Alright guys, here we go today reviewing the kayak from Viking kayaks. This is the Viking 400. This is my kayak, of course, and I've done it as it will be ready to go in the water, minus the clothing and the life jacket, of course, which I'll have on me. So you can see this one here has a rudder. It's got the flag for safety there. Then it's got the chill pod. Inside the chill pod is my drifting drogue all connected up, ready to go. So when I set it up, I have it all ready to go. So when I get under the kayak on the water, all I do is pull that bit there, pulls that piece there coming out, that goes up to my lap, I pull it around, that comes out, throw it over the side, put it to the back or the front, and then we're drifting. So it's pretty simple, it's all ready to go before I even head out. Okay, so that's all good to go like that. Before I do that, obviously I'll put the net over in here so it's out of the way, not behind me, and yeah, that gives me the room to be able to manoeuvre. Coming up, I've got my two back rod holders. These are ones that I fish out of when I'm fishing in the water for the K-slider or bait. I stick them in those ones here, they stick out that way, and if I stick one in there, you'll see how it goes. Sits in there like that, and then it's out there. I'm sitting here, I'm just looking across for the tip for a bite, not having to look up. So they're my rods when I'm rod holders when I'm actually fishing. They do have leashes on them, I haven't got them on at the moment. This one here is my soft bait or K-slider rig, so if it's K-slidering I'll put it in there and leave it. If it's soft baiting, obviously I'm using it. And my other little rod over there, my Shimano Ocean Rose, is my little lightning rod jig rod set up with a bait run at 8000 on it. And I've got my seat, got my pedal obviously and the pedal keeper. I'll be using that when I'm out. And then I've got my tackle pod. Tackle pod's 18 litres, so it's 18 litre volume in there. Battery goes up right up the top there, so the battery will go on those, sit right at the top, then my tackle in front of it. All my gear in there, that gets done up. Garmin Echo Map 4 chirp is there. And my boom, which I can swivel around, so when I get onto a fish I turn the camera on, boom, and then I flick it out to there. So it's looking at me in an angle like that, and that's the footage you guys see, is looking at me from this vision over there when I'm doing my bits and bobs, winding up the fish. That's exactly how I use it. And then I just swing it back in when I'm not using it, or if I'm paddling, so it gets out of the way. Coming up here, I've got my front rod holders, so if I do land a fish or need to change any of my traces, again I just use that one there. I can reach from the seat, put it in there, so it's sitting up here, and then that way with this bit here and done, it's folding down here in my lap, and I can use a bait board or whatever, everything's accessible to me. Grab it, flip it around and let it go down. That's pretty much how that works. And in here I've got room, haven't got a battery in it, but I can put another battery in there, and then that works the spotlight. And the spotlight, the wire goes underneath, inside the kayak, comes up to here, this little switch here. It's on, and it's off. Pretty easy, everything's accessible from when I'm sitting down. And then we have these two tubes, and people always ask me what the tubes are for. If you're coming down in the surf and you need to put your rod away, I'll grab this long one, a bit easier to show you, come around the other side. From in the seat, what I do is I stick the feed the end up the tube. Doing this with one hand, so I need to get it right. I feed up the tube like so, and then the pedal keeper comes underneath. Put the reel through there, up it goes onto there. When I'm paddling back into the surf, and that there is tied on with the end of the rod in there, so the waves can't smash it off if I'm going through surf on the way back in. If I do fall out, I roll over top. This stays with the kayak, and then I can pick it up and keep on going. So that's my Viking 400 setup, and I'm going to go over some other kayaks that Vikings do with you guys, just audio, and tell you about them and why I decided to grab this kayak and not the other ones. Cool. Yes, I made the decision to go for the 400 again. Got hold of Grant Montague. Mate, that guy is down to earth, awesome fella. And company of Viking Kayaks and Matamata really look after their customers. Best customer service in the country in any company that I've seen them do some remarkable stuff for other kayak fishermen, to be honest with you, and quite frankly I'll deal with them any day of the week. So if you're looking at getting into kayak fishing, basically I'll give you some words about the three major ones which we use in New Zealand that are out there. And you've got your Supreme kayak, which is your reload, more for the serious fishing type guys that want to go out in the roughs. They're real sturdy, good in choppy water. 4.5 meter kayak, about the same speed as a 400. I've kept up with the reloads quite easily. However, the nice curve up the front bow makes you pop over those waves a lot easier. The 400 doesn't have that, you just cut straight through the waves. The tackle pods, they basically they're made exactly the same as the GT. They can fit between the both of them, and the chill pod can fit between all three kayaks, being the reload, the 400 and the GT. So they're very universal for that sort of reason too. The GT and the reload take kid pods, so if you want to put your little kiddie on your lap and take it out for a spin, you can do that as well. So it makes it a lot easier for that sort of thing. The key things with the tackle pods of the GT and the reload is that the transducer fits inside the tackle pod itself, and the fish finder on top, so when you take out the unit, everything's connected. The 400, what happens is my transducer's underneath the kayak, and there's a cord, the wire that goes up through into the kayak and out the top, so I can put it into the fish finder. Like I said before, I've just got to put one cord in, one cord out. It doesn't really phase me with that sort of system. So basically that's your key thing there. Good if you're going out wide. The reloads, they're real good. They've got a lot of storage on them as well. They've got a big hatch at the front which you can put your trolley in, or anything else that you want to fit in there really. They've got quite a bit of space. There's some burly sort of holes that people use around behind the seats and that sort of stuff. If you're a real big fella around the front, it can be a bit difficult to reach around behind you further. It's a bit further back to reach than the 400. However, if you are a bigger fella, the 6 foot, 100 kilos plus, then the reload will be better suited for you anyway. Going from that kayak, you've got the 400, which is the one I have. That's capacity of 175 kilos, and the 4.1 meter, so a bit shorter than the reload. Like I said, similar setups to the reload, it's just less storage. So a different tackle pod, same chill pod, but just got to be a bit more precise with what type of fishing you're doing. I load up on the beach and I know exactly what I'm going out there to do, and I only take the gear that I need. If I'm going to do drift fishing, I just take the drift. If I'm going to do anchoring, I'll take the anchor. I can take both, but it takes up a lot of room. So I prefer just to pick what I'm going to do on the day and take the gear I need, and then I have plenty of room so I don't overcrowd my kayak. 6 rod holders, flush rod holders, same as the reload. They've got 4 at the back, 2 on the side, and yeah, pretty good really. Fast, just as fast as the reload. Bit wider than the reload. The reload is 75 centimeters wide, and the 400 is 78 centimeters wide, so 3 centimeters wider. Good kayak for going on the surf as well, very stable. 10 out of 10 rating for stable for the 400. So yeah, great kayak. I won't go to nothing else personally, but that's me. Anyone between 95 and under kgs, the 400's well within your capacity for being comfortable on that. Good turning circle on it as well. The rudder makes them obviously all a bit easier, and because it's a bit shorter, it turns on a dime. It's great. The 400 is quite good at turning. The GT, a bit slower, quite a bit wider. I think they're 82 centimeters wide, I believe. 3.6 meter long, so shorter again, wider, real stable. Can't beat it for stableness. They're more for harbours or going over the breakers and just sitting out behind the breakers and fishing in the shallows or in by wash water. Real good at that sort of stuff. You can't beat it. So they've got the same tackle pod as the reload, the same chill pod. If you're going out far, 5-6 k's offshore, wouldn't be taking the GT. They're like a sub to paddle. Obviously, because of the width, they're quite wide. They haven't got the same sort of streamline that the longer kayaks have got. You will get there, but it's hard pedal. Okay. Other than that, they turn on dime as well. They're pretty good at turning, being quite compact. So that's your 3 main ones. There's a 440, like I mentioned, before. 440. My cousin had a 440. The front well's open, and that's more for your divers. and you can put all your diving gear and stuff like that. You can bounce off the kayak on an anchor and then come back to it and jump back on later. They are good fishing platforms as well, but yeah, the main three I'm talking about are these ones. So yeah, so the GT retails at $18,990. The specs on those, we'll go through it again. 3.6 metre long, 82 centimetres wide, 26 kgs of kayak, and max capacity is 175 kgs for the GT. The 400 retails at $16,990, 4.1 metre long, 78 centimetres wide, kayak's 27 kilos, and again 175 weight capacity and 10 out of 10 stability rating. The reload, a kayak weighs 31 kilos, the max weight is 200 kilos, so a little bit more weight on that, and 75 centimetres wide, 4.5 metres long, and that retails at $2,499. They all come in a range of colours. You got red and black, you got your green and white, you got your yellow, white and blue, which is a daybreak colour, and then you got your white and black. And you can make custom colours as well for a bit more. You can put into Viking kayaks what you really want, and they'll do that for you. So, you know, again, great customer service. So basically with that, they do plenty of other kayaks as well. They do kids ones. I'm looking at getting a Viking 35, profish 35 for my son when he turns 14. So I'll be looking at tearing that up probably next year with Grant and Karen. So they have a massive range of kayaks as well. So jump on their website. In New Zealand, it's Viking. Vikingkayaks.co.nz is website. If you want to email them, sales@vikingkayaks.co.nz. If you're international, email grant@vikingkayaks.co.nz. If you want to ring them directly, the phone number is 07 88 88 738. Okay, 07 88 88 738. Now, Viking Kayaks, they're here for you. Like I said, they have to be the best in customer service in the country, I believe. They give you a 30-year hull warranty on any kayak you buy off them. And to be honest with you, they're really well made kayaks. They're overseas, they're everywhere. Viking Kayaks are an international brand name. One-stop shop, guys. If you want to get accessories, rod holders, all that sort of, anything to do with the kayak, basically running rigs, fish finders, all that sort of stuff, they will do it for you. If you want them to fit a fish finder, they'll fit one for you. If you want to get your own one, that's fine. They have kits for transducer kits, so fitting the transducers. They have, you know, like I said, running rigs. They've got pretty much anything that you need for a kayak, they've got in store. So go and see them. By all means, definitely give them a go. Go and see their range. Try kayaks. If you want to get into kayak fishing, try kayaks first. Try different brands. There's no harm, not going to bag any brand. They're all good brands at the end of the day. If it keeps you afloat, keeps you alive, you can fish off it, then there's nothing wrong with it in my eyes. But if you want to go to that next level and get the streamlining, the stability, and go for those big fish, definitely go try your kayaks out. I'm recommending Viking. They're amazing people, amazing customer service. 99% of people I know have Vikings, and there's a reason for that. Okay, people don't go buy stuff they don't like or it doesn't suit them. There's obviously Stealth, there's Ocean Kayaks, there's a range of other ones you can go for as well. Fishmaster or whatever they call, there's plenty of them out there. But do your research, check it out, try them out, and then make a decision. Guys, I hope that's helped you today in selecting a kayak and why I chose my 400. And happy fishing. Hopefully I'll meet you out there on the water at some point. Other than that, if you have any ideas or anything you want to see, or advice or anything like that I could possibly help with, then leave a message in the comments box on this video and I'll reply to you. Awesome. Cheers.